Good morning, everyone, someone, whoever, wherever. Do you realize that we're always going towards something or away from something? We don't do anything with no purpose. Every action that we take is for some reason. From the minute we wake up in the morning when we go toward that coffee pot, we're trying to move away from the feelings of fog and fatigue and move toward energy and clarity. Um, when we, use myself for example, I did not do yoga this morning. When we decide not to do our morning workout, we're trying to avoid energy expenditure, pain. So we're moving away from even the action of deciding not to do a thing. Working out in general, we're avoiding fatigue, pain, effort, energy expenditure. And whatever we choose to do all day long, we're either moving towards something or away from something. We don't do anything without a reason. Even the bad things that we do for a reason. If you sit around and play video games all day, what are you getting out of that? Maybe you feel that your life is dull and you need some thrill and some excitement, and you want to be the leader, the hero, or the villain. Maybe you need stress relief. Maybe your life is too overwhelming and you need some outlet to play. Whether it's a good or it's a bad thing, everything we do, every single thing we do, is either moving toward something or away from something, or moving away and toward, like a cup of coffee. We're moving toward something we want. We want to feel more awake and more alert. And we're moving away from feelings of fatigue and trying to run away from that ugly first thing out of bed feeling. And overuse of caffeine may not be a good avenue. I just use that as an example because I want you to think about the choices that you make for an entire day. It's really hard to be conscious of every single choice that you're making when you realize that every single thing that you do, from the moment you wake till the moment you go back to sleep, you're either running towards something, running away from something, or both. And that determines your choices. We think that we're just the way we are and there's no purpose or point to it. There's a point to it. And if you can truly be more conscientious for a day or two, pay attention to what it is that you're doing and why it is that you're doing it. What need is it really filling? It can be enlightening to you about areas that maybe you have weaknesses in, such as avoiding exercise because you want to avoid the pain and the effort involved. Maybe you're a tad on the lazy side, or maybe, such as the video game example, maybe you're lonely, maybe you're isolated, maybe it's filling a social gap that you need to focus on. If you're a smoker like me, I'm still a smoker. There's now an addiction aspect to it, but I also do it because I have the belief that it's going to reduce my anxiety. When I have that cigarette, it's going to make me feel calmer. It's going to make me feel physically better. And I know it's a false belief. There's nothing, cigarettes don't make you feel good. Take any non-smoker, give them a cigarette and makes them want to throw up. They cough, they hack. It's not good for our body in any kind of way. But I have a false belief, and I do it not only because I'm addicted, I do it because I believe it's going to fill a need to reduce my anxiety. And it can really help you to work on those bad habits and realize areas of your life that you didn't know were making you unhappy, such as a sense of loneliness or a lack of sense of adventure. In the video game example, if you realize what you're doing and why you're really doing it, you're not just doing it to fill time. We could do anything to fill time. Why are you doing what you're doing? What need is it meeting? What are you running toward and what are you running away from in everything you do for a few days? It's really enlightening. It'll tell you a lot about yourself. It'll tell you a lot about what you need in your life and why you do what you do the way you do it. It's not just a flat answer. Like I said, it tells you the truth beneath the behavior. It tells you what you really need to feel happier. Love you guys. I hope that made sense. It's kind of a larger concept, and it's a little too early to talk about it. Good morning. Goodbye.